In today's mental health check, we are digging into something that's not often talked about, but many people struggle with at work. Competition. According to Resume Lab, more than 80% of people surveyed say they experience some sort of competition in the workplace. If you have ever found yourself in this situation, our next guest recently wrote a piece for the Harvard Business Review about how to navigate when your colleague is jealous of your success. Joining us now with more of her reporting is author and executive education professor at Columbia University's Business School, Dorie Clark. Dorie, thank you so much for being with us. I want to start with how competition can show up in the workplace. What are some signs and how can someone recognize it's happening?
You want to look for changes in behavior. If you have a colleague that you've previously had a good relationship with and they start spending less time with you, they start icing you out or not inviting you to meetings, if you notice that there's a kind of competitive edge or some kind of backhanded compliment, that can signal the emergence of some jealousy.
And it can also have a real impact on our mental health, right? Talk us through what that can look like.
Absolutely. One of the dangers of a competitive workplace is the feeling of increased stress or burnout. It's not a nice place to go to work if you feel like you can't really be friends with anyone because there's too much competition. So that is the dark side.
No, that's so real, especially because we spend so much time at work. I wonder, though, is there any time competition at work can be a good thing, especially given how merit-based so many jobs can be?
There is a positive side, of course. If you have a competitive workplace, it often can help you raise the bar internally. You're working with people who are committed to success. They want to do well. It often inspires you to do well. And additionally, the definition of success is usually very clear. It's often rewarded in those types of workplaces. So it can be helpful, but we also have to be mindful that we don't go too far.
Yeah, to the point of mindfulness, which is so critical here. When might it cross the line? What are things to watch out for?
Well, famously, Professor William Barnett at Stanford has suggested that we should think about competing externally, meaning with other companies, but collaborating internally and trying to drive home, if you're a leader, if you're a good coworker, that we're all in it together. Certainly a little bit of competition is helpful, but if we begin to reach the place where people begin to view their own colleagues as being on a different team, literally or metaphorically, then it's not helpful to anyone because you might start dragging other people down and thereby harming your organization's overall performance.
Yeah, let's look at the other side, right? Let's say you're on the receiving end of some of this competitive energy, maybe some jealous comments. How do you navigate that? What are some strategies?
Well, the first step is making sure that you're checking your assumptions. It's completely possible that strange behavior from a coworker might actually be the result of them just having a difficult time or a bad day. It's not about you. But if you do see a repeated pattern, then it's useful to go to them directly. That might sound very uncomfortable, but you want to raise space for them to talk about any problems or issues that they're having. You could say, I've noticed that in meetings lately, you're starting to take the opposite side more frequently. Is there anything going on I should know about? You give them the space to talk. And a very counterintuitive suggestion, but one that actually can be helpful, is to look for ways that you can help them or help advance their career, because it's rare that someone will be malicious toward an ally who's actually working to assist them.
I love that. You're basically saying be collaborative in the face of competition. It can actually invite maybe more relationship too.
That's exactly right. Now, nobody wants to be a punching bag and to keep helping someone that is undermining them, but a little bit is very helpful.
Love that. Dorie Clark giving us a lot. Appreciate it. And thanks for watching Daily.